Alright, welcome back. My name is Avia Vulpes and I'm a tech-focused VTuber. And yeah, I only realised today actually this is my first anniversary of streaming, so I figured I was going to continue on with the diorama, but I'd do something a bit more interesting right now than just trying to go through all the small bits that are in the diorama kit. So this is the Best of British Supermarine Spitfire and Red Arrow's Hawk starter set from Airfix. I'm probably not going to be using the included colours because I've got plenty of other paints I can use. I'm also not sure if I'm going to do both today. Definitely going to get the Red Arrow's Hawk done, hopefully get the Spitfire done as well. Yeah, I think it would be a nice thing to do because I did the Hawk already. Really get it. That was the first model kit stream that I did. It turned out pretty well actually, just using all the stuff that was included with it. Unfortunately the stream though had no audio because I didn't know how to set up the audio correctly, so the mic ended up muted the entire stream, which I didn't realise till after it was finished, so yeah. Yeah, thankfully I've figured out the audio issues at this point, so should be able to get through this without any incident. Fingers crossed. Without further ado, let's check the back first. So you get stands for both of the aircraft, which would be quite nice. And I think these are the only paint schemes you can do for them. Tape open. Let's see what's inside. You actually get a cardboard tray for it all, which is nice. We've got Hawk in here. Ah, this is interesting. So the last one, the sprues were coloured red. But this one are actually grey, so you do actually have to paint these. There's a Spitfire. Oh, they're a lot smaller actually. I think. Oh, no, that's the base, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I think the other. Yeah, that's the base. Never mind. So the other same scale as the other one. I thought including the starter sets already paint, which are probably dried out at this point. Super glue, which I'm not going to use because I've got the Revol stuff, which I prefer the form factor of. Or the paintbrushes, which I'm not going to use because I've got my own anyway. And then the instructions. Actually, you know what, I'm going to change it up and do the Spitfire first. So yeah, this is 1/72 scale, which is kind of the one I prefer working in the most. And okay, it is going into the Spitfire first, so do that. Oh, missed those, the decals. Luckily I got some decal fix which is nearly empty, so I've got a fresh pot of it, so got plenty of that to use to really get the decal stuck down properly. So, okay, 3 plastic sprues then. So this is sprue Bravo, which has got the main fuselage on the undercarriage and the infamous Merlin engine. This is sprue Alpha with the wings and the tail. Let's make this one Charlie. Yep. It's got the stand, the seat, the pilot, and the propeller. And then you've also got this clear one, which is Delta, which is the canopy. bit high. Bus cutters. Ooh. Really need to clear this table out at some point. I've got so much stuff. It's waiting to get knocked off. So the first bit, the fuselage. So I'll just glue it together like that. Pretty simple, really. So I don't need to overdo this, just a couple of globs of glue where the knots will join, assuming I can get the glue out. There you go. Been knocking the light there, which is knocking the camera stand. Sorry about that. Oh, I missed one over there as well. I put too much glue on here because it will squeeze out when it's pressed together, so just enough to hold it in place. So I'm going to leave it like that, so gravity will pull it down and hold it there. And then get ready for step 2. For this one I'm probably going to wait until I've finished assembling most of it before I start painting. I'll leave the canopy off and do that after. So Chai 22. These two here. We'll try and get this in. Right, it'll go. So I think I'm going to get this right up to where the notch is in there. I don't know how well the camera is going to be able to pick that up. I was about to find out if I could get it. That fit. Quite loose. Probably not going to be able to get this back apart, am I? No. Okay. It's a bit further. I don't know how to get that any further down. Bit of a tight fit. Problem is this is supposed to fit in flush so that you can actually stay upright and then spin around. I guess maybe actually if I Of Bravo 11. So this is on, maybe that will... A little loose still. It's at least holding into position. I'd like to get it tighter if I can, though. Let's get some pliers on this. Ooh. That pretty much did it. Okay, I'm going to go with that. So I'm presuming the red means it goes in loose. So I can basically go along here. Then we need to hold this together as well because it's starting to come apart slightly. It might be worth considering getting some tape around this actually, just to firmly hold it in place. Might get some glue inside to just hold the seams in there. By the way, if this is the first time you're watching one of these, you're wondering what this glue is. This is called contact cement or poly cement. It basically, so this is made from ABS, and the chemicals in this will react with the plastic and cause the bonds to melt. When the reaction finishes, the bonds of the two parts will then be meshed together as one. So it's referred to as a chemical weld because it's effectively, well, it is welding. It's just using chemical rather than heat, like you would use on metal. So ultimately it forms a much stronger bond than something like super glue would. The downside is it takes longer to actually fully dry. So that's why you have to hold it in place and tape it up and make sure it's all firmly in there while it's drying. Right, time to go on with the wings. So we'll be doing some cleanup on these parts as well, just to make them look a lot nicer when it wasn't done. I'll do one more quick thing with the contact cement. You do get it in the starter set. So yeah, see that's poly cement as well. So this is the same glue as this. This is just a different brand, and I think this one's a much nicer one to use because of the tube. You'll be a lot more precise with it. So dry fits, that goes on like that. Looks like you got the choice of how to do the undercarriage, whether to do it down or up. I'm going to do it up in this case. So we're going to get some glue around here. I'll leave that a bit to cure. I might as well get the other one started. You want to be trying a little bit precise with these just to make sure you don't get glue coming out onto the details on the wings. So I'll leave that to dry now. And then move on to the next stage, which is, okay, we'll get the seat down onto the wings now. That'll glue down into there. Let's get the light up a bit, just so I'm not knocking it all the time as I'm trying to look. So I'll go on there. Try and get that straight. There we go. Still knocking it. Okay, it should be dry enough for me to leave the tape off now. That still turns. Yep, I haven't glued that up, so that's good. So that means the propellers will actually spin around once the model is finished. Assuming at least I don't paint over this mechanism and yeah, log it up that way. That sits on like that. I'm tempted to start painting the interior now actually, just to get that out of the way. Unfortunately, it's not showing any details of what colour the interior is supposed to be. So when we're doing a bit of internet research, is going to potentially come in handy. Unless it's... Well, okay, it's got some colour references on here, but not enough for what the interior should be. Well, that's almost done already actually. Got this page and then this page left, and that's it. Mind you, this is a starter set, so right, I'm going to do a quick bit of Googling, so be back in a moment. It looks like it's a pale green. I don't know. Oh, army green I think will do. Yeah, I use army green. Where's my... I picked these up recently. These little metal metal mixing trays should be hopefully easier to wash than the flimsy plastic ones I've been using. Oh, it's really watery. Okay. Oh, my practice. Yeah, I think a 2 should be okay for that. Right, mix it up. Plus I shouldn't have to thin this down that much. So he's going to get the interior here. You really need to do down to this detail line, I think, because I don't think anything else is actually going to be visible. It's definitely going to need an extra coat. It's really thin. Unfortunately, it's one of the problems I find with these army painter paints is their consistency is not always the best. Yeah, it's going down quite well. I think the seat, I think that's the same colour as well actually, so get that done. Yeah, it's just right off as I'm putting it on, so definitely need a second coat of that. Normally I would prime these first and then paint onto the primer, but in the interest of time, because I don't have a spray booth, I'm not going to bother with that right now. Okay, you know what, I might do the whole of the inside because I think it is going to be visible. It's down to the wing root anyway. Yeah, still not going on that well. Well, I'll make do. Yeah, I'm going to have to leave that to dry a bit. Maybe that's on, so what I can do, I'm seeing the front is slightly split. See if I can get a good angle on that. Problem is, honestly, we've got the display on is so far away from where I am, it's hard to actually see, so they go on the ends that way. I'll hopefully hold down there. Then once it's dry, hold in place. So yeah, I've been rearranging my shelves recently, just changing out some of the displays I've got. So I started bringing a load of the model kits out of the display cabinet I've got, putting that onto the shelves where they're a lot more visible. This is kind of another part of why I'm doing this now, is because I've actually got more space to put these down. I also kind of want something a bit taller to sit above them as well, so having the display stand is going to be really handy. I think it's going to be a case of tape it up and leave it for a bit. No, way too much tape. So I'll hopefully hold it in place, and then that one looks like it's going well. So I'll leave that one for now. I'm going to put paint on this. The second coat seems to be a lot better. On this as well. Yeah, the next stage, once I've got this glued down, looks like we're going to be able to get the horizontal stabilizers on. Get them shot a lot better. And then after that, it's kind of the underwing details. So I guess I was a bit wrong. I called these the tails. These are actually the horizontal stabilizers here. The tail is already on the model. Rather than do the base of the seat. I mean, it won't matter because there's going to be a pilot sitting in there, so you know, you're going to see the whole seat, but I'm trying to be thorough. because I might as well get the horizontal stabilizers on while I wait. Oh, that's actually that entire sprue done now. Yeah, so it should be that way. No. Goes that way, okay. I would have thought from the shape of the connector. I guess that's not actually the shape of the wing. Yeah, I was expecting it to go one way around. It's actually the other. I think it was that one. Yep. So leave it on there to dry for a bit. I'll get the other stabilizer on. Yes, in the last year of streaming, I've definitely grown more confident with talking, because on the first few streams I was very quiet. Also didn't help that I had a lot of issues with the wrong mic being selected and not having the audio settings set up properly. However, one thing I'm slightly annoyed about is that even after all this time, my voice still not got to as much stamina as I'd like, because I can already feel my voice going, so might have to call it after I've done the Spitfire. I was hoping to get both done today, but yeah, that's not really looking like it's going to happen. Somewhere I've got... Oh, it's up there. Some brush on primer, which I could try. Used it before, I wasn't overly impressed with it. Spray on primer is definitely the better option, but I don't have a spray booth and I don't really want to be going outside to spray at the moment. I mean, it's getting late now. Let's get the other horizontal stabilizer on. One of the nice things you do find with these kits is that they are set up so that there's only one way you can actually put it together. The more advanced ones, you may not have this cross section where it's only got one way to go in. It might just be like a little notch that you put the stabilizers in, because then it leaves the fuselage cleaner. I'll try and hold this level. Hold in place. Yep, I think it is, so I'll leave that for now while the paint dries for a little bit more. I guess I can pre-cut the next few bits off. So I'm going to want this one. Okay, just these three, basically. Now I fell under the desk. So we've got, I know this is for the turbocharger, I think. That I'm thinking is another intake of some sort. Or maybe that's the radiator actually, I think. So this one. Probably turn this up a bit to go better. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that. Yeah, now that I think about it, I think that is the radiator that helps cool everything. That's, I think, like an all intake or coolant intake or something, and then I'm not sure what that one is. I guess landing light. Does that go on? That goes on there. And it goes that way around. So I'm measuring up. On there you can see the outlines for the different, well, you don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up, but there's outlines for the etchings on the part, which I can see on here. So I'm just lining it up based on that. And there's a little indented part in there that it goes into. Again, I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up exactly. So it goes on there. And this one goes on the centre. So there's a little cutout in here. We can go into. But way too much glue on that. Do a tiny bit of glue on this one. In there. Luckily it's on the underside, so it's not going to be seen all that much. Yeah, that's what it looks like now. So yeah, this I'm pretty sure is the radiator with coolant. I think that's like an intake of some sort. And then that I think is the landing lights. Could be wrong, but that would be my guess as to what each of those things are. Okay, so next we have a choice. We can either do gear up or gear down. I'm going to go for gear up. So only wanting these two, which have the undercarriage already on. Or the wheels, I should say. The whole assembly is the undercarriage. And let's cut it that way. Oh, you're going like that. And then the same on the other side. I've got the tape over at the moment. Maybe I can get it off now. Right in place. A bit of pain on my fingers now. Not to worry. So I've got a bit of glue on the edge, so I'm just going to try to scoop it off so I can use it to actually stick that in place. And there you go, the undercarriage is in. Leave that to dry for a bit. And then I think it's dry enough to try for another coat. So I need to paint the canopy at some point, which is going to be black. Do the chair another coat. Yeah, I'll do that before I do the final assembly of the fuselage onto the wings. Hopefully that will all hold in place, the undercarriage, even though it's upside down now. Yeah, it looks like it is. Because while I wait for that to dry, flip over to the next page. So the last part now, we've got pilot to get in, the canopy to go on, the antenna to go on the back, and the propeller to go on the front. And then after that, it's just onto the stand. So we are very close to being done now. And we're what? 45 minutes in. There's a nice thing about these starter sets is they are very easy to do. If I get that on there, you can see already that is pretty much done. Because I should probably get some green on the base just to colour that up as well. Because if you're looking inside, it's not just the bare plastic grey on the bottom. I think we'll have with the chair now. Still a little patchy in some places, but I think that's probably good enough. Okay, I was going to say I can start assembling the propeller at this point, but it's already assembled, so not much point to doing that, I guess. But we'll do then. Take this off. What I'm going to do is we'll find the black paint. Get that into a tray. Don't need a whole lot. Just a little bit, and then a bit of water just to thin it down. Maybe a bit more. Start painting this. I don't know what colour it's supposed to, what the type is supposed to be. Make it quick. Here's the hub is supposed to be grey as well. I do with another coat on that. It's not quite dry enough yet. Not for my liking. We'll actually might as well get B18 on. Bravo 18. Which is this one. It only goes forwards. To be fair, there's only one way you can fit that in, so oh, you can do it wrong. Let's try already. Probably want a second coat on the propellers. I'll do the underside for now. Yeah, definitely I want some touch-ups, but that's going on really nicely. Let's see actually quick what the colours are. So a light grey, I've got that. Dark green will be the army green. Matte black I've got. Matte ocean grey. Don't know if I've got all that. That's kind of a bluey grey. I might have to mix up something for that. Yeah, I think the closest I've maybe got is this express colour space grey. Like a slightly bluey grey. I don't know how to really use express colours on this. So maybe what I do then, maybe mix these two up. Some electric blue and uniform grey and just see how that goes. And yeah, all the decals to put on. There's only a few because this side's the Red Arrow's Hawk and then this side's the Spitfire. Okay, let's try another green layer on. Got quite a bit in the pot. Let's get some water and just to re-thin it. Once the canopy's on, I'm not going to be able to see too much of it, so I'm not going to. I think that's going to be enough because I do want to get this all glued together. In which case, actually, let's. Actually, let's brush a bit in so I can wipe off some of this excess on the canopy. What I don't want is any paint like globbing up on there and just causing it to might be really messy. So I'm going to paint that black. There's no canopy on this, so there's going to be no instrumentation at all. Let's try my luck getting some black down on that. They seem to go quite well. Let's get some more on the propellers. Oh, I've got some black splatters off the brush onto here, but I mean, once that's down in the pilot scene, you're not going to see that, so I'm not overly worried about that. So I probably could get that one now because I've not already got the bits I need to touch up on the canopy. I can do from here, or not the canopy, the instrument panel. So I guess let's get this down. So I think I'll try to get a couple of lines of glue on here, right over, and then everywhere it's going to be touching, just try and get a little bit of glue on just to hold it all in place. I've got to rest it carefully there because it's on the antenna at the moment. Once I have a chance to set for a few minutes, then it'll all be firmly in place and then it'll be in together. Touch up the final propeller blade. It seems to be bonded on, so I'll leave that, and then I guess another layer of black onto the instrument panel. Yeah, it's not fully dry yet, that's just coming off. What we're going to do is leave off the pedals until the very end when I get the canopy on. I just realised I can with the black paint. And these rethinning again. What I can do is get the base painted. On the box is painted black, which I think does look quite good. So I might as well do that. There's going to be a couple of coats again. Because I've thinned down the paint, it will at least go into all the recesses where the Airfix logo on the wings are. I'm going on splotchy like this because I've not primed it. Again, I'd normally spray prime this before I'd actually do this, but in the interest of time, I'm just going to go directly paint on. Was sitting so unevenly. So there's just a rough coat on the first one. Kind of like a base coat really. When I get paint down on all the surfaces that I'm going to be covered, so that the subsequent layers then have something to actually grip onto. couple of places that are dry enough now for me to actually touch, so I can hold this in place as I get the last of the base coating done. Well, then I've got the most difficult part to come. You're going to be painting all the camouflage on. So this is the pattern that's going to be painted on. So I'm going to mix up this ocean grey. Got the dark green already. So it's like the exhausts are black. So yeah, there's the propeller. That's grey hub and then black propeller blades. And then I will do the light grey on the entire underside. And then of course put all the decals on. So I guess I've got to decide how to tackle it. Well, I'll get the light grey on first, that'll be the easiest one. And then I get everything else on from there. And by the way, this has a hole in here that will allow it to sit on here when it's done. It actually does do it at an angle as well. That's good. So this is actually how it sits. It doesn't go on straight, it goes on as if it's turning. Didn't realise until just now. So I guess start off with the grey. Get quite a bit out because I'm going to need quite a bit. Oh, a lot actually. Send it down so it doesn't clog up in all the recesses. It actually settles into them all nicely. So I do have to do the wheels black, but otherwise this would all be grey. A bit more water in there. The other one's gone on quite solid. As I said, it doesn't seem to be pulling up. All the recesses seem to be coming out just fine. So these need to be grey as well, the tips of the cannons. I'm already doing a second coat on this. It's a weird consistency, this, because it's not as thin as I would have liked, but it's also splotching up a bit, which indicates there's a bit too much water in it. So yeah, a bit odd that. Definitely not the consistency I would like, and not going on as well as I would like. Mind you, I am painting directly onto the plastic again, so it could also be a case once more of it just is not primed, so the paint's not going on as well as it could. I'm going to go over a bit on this as I'm doing this coat, just because there's supposed to be a straight line on there, and it's easier to go over it with a darker colour, which is what the camouflage is, than for me to try and use this to actually straighten it out. And then, okay, I need to do the bottom of the horizontal stabilizers as well. Now some of the excess that I put on just to redistribute it around, because I don't want it to go on too thick. Otherwise it will start hiding the details. Just want to leave that for the moment. As well as I've got the tail wheel as well to do. So I'm not going to paint these wheels just yet. I'm going to get the grey finished on there, and then that will make it easier to do the black afterwards. So no, at this stage I'm just going to go over them with the black if I try and do that now. I will do while I've got the grey here. Let's get this. Oh, no, the paint's come off. That's not good. No, I'll get them hot painted. Wash that up at some point then. I'll wait for that. I'm going to get out more of those metal mixing trays that I've got. Let's go this out of the pics. That's going on a bit thick. Oh, they're looking good. I think I might be ready for another big touch-up coat. Doesn't need a lot, just a second layer just to fit in where it's a bit splotchy. I've got the colours a bit more solid. Under the nose now. It's looking pretty good actually, but there's a couple of splotchy bits on there. I think this tail needs to go grey as well actually. Tail wheel. A little bit on the front here. I think it might be done. So I just need to leave that to dry for a little bit. I mean, it's pretty much dry already. Let it finish and then really think about how to get the top done. I guess what's probably really best is to figure out this blue-grey first, get that as the base coat, and the green is a dark colour, which will then go on top. It's always easier to go lighter to darker than the other way. If you want to go darker to lighter, you have to do more steps or more coats in order to thicken it up enough. Okay, so completely guesstimating here. I might do 3 parts grey, and then see about 1 part blue. Yeah, let's get out these number 6 brush. It's got something thicker to just mix it up with. It's not too bad. What I can do. I do have the actual paint in here because it's a starter set. Yeah, I thought it was completely dried up. Oh, it kind of looks like so it actually needs to be a bit darker. So I wonder if I might. Got a darker grey there. Let's make it up a bit. It's very watery again. You know what? It really needs to go darker, so I'm just going to get some black in. I've probably done the darker grey to begin with, but maybe that's a bit too. Maybe a bit too dark now. Let's get some more blue in. Maybe the blue will lighten it up a bit. It looks like it is doing. I'll get more of the grey in. Because it needs to go lighter now. A lot lighter. Okay, I think that's going to be it, actually. I'm going to attempt to fade by trying to very accurately colour match it. And leave it at that. The wateryness of that necromancer cloak as well is actually really helping it. It's looking really thin already. So let's start getting this on. The thick brushes are really helping with this one because getting really good coverage already. The thing I would worry about now is I'm probably going over the underside slightly. Actually, a little bit there, but there's actually not too much bleed over, which is really good. So like the entire rudder is this darker colour, and then I see a detail line going on the bottom here. So that's where the base of the darker colour is. So I'm going to just carefully get that along. Should probably really use a smaller brush for this. Again, this code's not going to be perfect because this is going straight onto the plastic. But this is just basically going to be my base coat anyway. What I just do then is get the rest of the side done and then switch to a smaller brush just to fine tune where that line is. I might paint up this as well, as the sides of it, because otherwise it's going to show up, which is bare plastic. Okay, I'll do it with a thicker brush. We have a thinner brush now. Yeah, much more control like this. Some of these areas to get rid of the splotchiness. I'm going to do the nose as well. So it looks like pretty much that panel there. Where it goes up to. Don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there's a seam line on there. Do the same on this side. Try and hold this where the camera can see it, hopefully. I guess the light's in the way a bit. Or my head's in the way of the light. I guess I can start doing touch-ups now on the paint. Try to get more solid. I did a little bit of the face paint off there. And there, covered it actually. Another bit on this side. I'll do this rapidly because I want to make sure I get it all done before the paint in the mixing pot dries, because I don't want to match up. I don't want to mix up another batch of that paint again, because I'm kind of all over the place, and there was a lot of paint as well that I used. To be fair, half is going to get covered anyway when I do the green coat. Leave that to dry, and then I'll start in the green. So hopefully I've got some grey that I can still use to finish off the hub here. A little bit of over ink. You know what, there's actually not as much as I thought there would be. I was expecting to have a lot more to touch up. That's gone on really well. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that coat. Make up more of the green now. Give a really good mix while I wait for this coat to dry. No, let's not get it out just yet actually. What I might do is get some more of the black out and then touch this up. I'll use a thicker brush again. It's way too thin. Some more paint in there. And that'll do. I should hopefully go on a lot better because it's we've got base coat to adhere to. May have thinned it down a bit too much though, so it might be because having a third coat as well. Not going to bother painting the underside because there's no point, it's not going to be seen. I'll get this touched up. Probably shouldn't be using a thicker brush for this, but since I've already got it out. What I might well do actually while I got the black out. Just get these tyres done. And if I can get the I'll do the exhaust as well for the engine. Yeah, the backs of these done now. Got a little touch-ups. Oh, I've got a bit of paint on there, but I think I have to go over that area anyway because it looks like there's a couple of splotchy bits. Oh, yeah, that side really splotchy. It's all along here. And a bit more in here as well. A bit more on the front. I'll do for that. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would. I guess because it's a much more complex paint scheme. Yeah, if I'd done the red arrow one, I would have been finished by now, very easily. A bit more to touch up. I'll wait for that to finish drying. Let's get this green out. Going a lot better. Let's Feels like it should be a bit darker though. Don't know if I've got a darker green though. No, I've not really got any colours that look like that. I have a browny green really. What I could do mix in a bit of brown into it. What brown to do? It's leather. I did nothing. Right, oak brown, much darker one. He's got green paint everywhere now. It's looking a bit better actually. Still not quite the green that's on the box. Yeah, the browny green that's on there, but it did go everywhere. There we go, it's looking a lot nicer. Okay, I need another cloth to clean my brushes on. This is very dirty now. Be back in a moment. Okay, what I'm going to do is use the smaller brush to do this. It's basically just freehanding the camouflage pattern on. I've got it roughly where it is. This is definitely not going to be the neatest camouflage job because this is the first time I've ever tried to do this, but It's looking pretty decent so far. I think as long as I don't let the paint pull up too much. Okay. Do wonder if that blue grey is a bit too dark now. Green's not really showing up that well against it. Roughly match the pattern, but also manage just trying to break up the lines. So that's how camouflage works. It's harder for the eyes to pick out details because it's all like, you know, broken up and that. So I think when I've got the roundels on, it's going to look a lot better as well. The start so far, that's pretty good. Again, I think the grey needs to be a bit lighter, so I might have to, off stream, just go over that and touch it up. It's gone on pretty solid, so I may even on here, if I can stop shaking the camera, get the first of the decals on just so... Actually, you know what? I don't need to touch these up anymore. Let's get these decals on. It's 10 o'clock already. Time has flown by, 2 hours. What I can do, I'll figure out where my tweezers are. I think there's to be a two-part of this stream. So I've still got so much to do. Let's leave these in there for now. So the decal fix soak into the paper. Then once it's done enough, it'll release, and then use another brush. This one. To then brush it onto the model, and then the decal fix will actually draw it into all the recesses and that, so it'll actually look like it's actually painted on. It's already done. I don't know how much decal fix I've got left because I need to... Yeah, not enough, so... Open this back up. Because I now need to brush on, layer onto here. There we go. So the decal will be applied. And then... it on like that. And smudge it around to where it needs to be. So I think it needs to be a little further back. And further that way. Try easing it out. There's that one. I'm going to take some of the green paint on there. So that goes a little further over. And further forwards, like that. So it needs to dry overnight now. What I may do is do another stream this weekend just to finish this off. because I don't want to finish now and I've got stuff to do before I go to bed. There's still a bit too much to do at the moment. Yeah, I'll leave it there then. So yeah, probably Sunday look to get another stream done for this. And then just finish it off. And yeah, I'll hopefully next Thursday be back doing the diorama and hopefully finishing that. And then Wednesday probably more Fallout 4. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for now. So thanks for watching and I will see you next time.